Today's topic is slut-shaming, which is, God, it's gotta be one of my favorite topics. Mostly because it's really stupid. Really, really unabashedly stupid. Okay, so the concept of slut-shaming is this. If a girl sleeps with 9 guys, hypothetically speaking, girl sleeps with 9 guys, tells somebody that she sleeps with 9 guys, or even there's a rumor that she has slept with 9 guys. No matter the timeline, no matter if she's been having sex from the time she's 18 to 30, it doesn't matter. That it's just that she slept with 9 guys, and it's this horrific thing, and suddenly she's a slut. And a slut is a concept that we have developed it's a word that has been used to devalue and discredit a woman for her worth. As if somehow too many dicks in her makes her some kind of a bad person. I mean, I don't understand the logic behind it, if I'm being perfectly honest. It just makes no sense. So the whole thing is, like, we are conditioned from such a young age to feel this way. So young boys are conditioned to go out and sow their seed, as the olden times may have put it, and sleep with everything and anything that they could possibly find. Women, on the other hand, are supposed to be pure and small and quiet and small and quiet and pure. Which is why you have those purity rings or whatever, and you know, they're supposed to be the model of abstinence and virginity and purity until they're married, or which is just stupid. And it's a concept that is, over time, has slowly begun to just fail miserably, mostly because nowadays the generations are like, well, fuck that. Because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Sex is one of those carnal instincts that people have. They are forever going to just be going and sleeping with whoever they can because it is in our DNA to fuck and reproduce. So you can preach abstinence all you want. You can talk about it for days and weeks and months at a time, and it doesn't make any difference. It's not necessarily going to work. It just, people do it. Who cares? The way I read a quote somewhere. I don't remember who said it. So if anybody can tell me, who said it, then please let me know so that they can get credit for it. The first thing that you think when you hear something. So if a girl comes out and says, man, yeah, I've slept with 15 guys. The first thing you think, whether it's like, damn, slut, that is what you are conditioned to think. And we are conditioned at a very, very young age. But the second thing that you think is how you actually feel. So girl might come up to me and say, yeah, I've slept with 15 dudes. And my initial thing is like, God damn, girl, keep your fucking legs closed. But then I pause and think to myself, that's not how I really feel. Because that's wrong. That's so unfeminist. That's so pitting me against her. That's causing a conflict that shouldn't be there, that I don't actually feel. And I don't care whether she slept with 15 guys or not. So it's just like, okay. And I'm guilty of this myself. I think we all are. You hear something, your friend comes up to you and she's like, bitch, guess who I slept with last night? And you're like, bitch, who? And she's like, Brian. And you're like, what? How big was it? And you gotta ask. I love my friends who are loose or slutty because they got some of the best fucking stories I've ever heard of and it doesn't make a difference on her personality because I trust her, because in her real life she's professional, in her real life she's got her shit together, in her real life she is as well put together as anybody, and it makes no difference who she does, when she does it, or how often, because she's still a fucking human and she's still a good person, because it doesn't matter who she sleeps with. It's just another thing. It's just another piece of information about this girl. This girl really likes sex. That's really all you should take away from that. Why is the guy who sleeps with everything that he possibly can sleep with, why is he rejoiced and cheered for and given ill-gotten credit for? Why is he a conqueror? But the girl who knows what she likes, who enjoys what she likes, who sleeps with whoever she likes, why is she a slut? The concept of a slut, the word slut, has been used for way too long to put women down, to make them feel ashamed of enjoying sex, when there's nothing wrong with it. There is nothing wrong with it. It's a carnal instinct. And you shouldn't be made to feel ashamed for something that your body just kind of instinctually tells you to do. Who cares? What difference does it make on you as a person if you sleep with somebody? It doesn't. It doesn't make you any less decent. What you do on your personal time, in your personal life, should have absolutely zero effect on you as a person. As long as you're not hurting anybody, then what difference does it make? On the flip side, though, there is, if you don't sleep with anybody, if you don't want to sleep with anybody, if you haven't done certain things, then you're considered a prude, which is just as bad, and it's disgusting. I mean, like, virginity doesn't exist. It really doesn't. You've either had sex or you haven't had sex. That's it, because virginity has no bearing on your personality or who you are as a person whatsoever. It really, truly does not. Because, like, who decided that their dick was so important that it was going to make an impact on my life as a person? I don't know. Not me, because I don't care. Virginity was another one of those terms, like slut, that was just constructed and used to control the behaviors of women. Control and mold, specifically, behaviors of women. Because if you were not a pious woman, a pious, pure woman with her virginity until you married, then you were not considered like a real human, basically. And you were considered somebody impure, somebody who has already been laid with, and you're disgusting, and you might as well be stoned in the streets for being a Jezebel. But dudes could go around and fuck whoever they wanted because somehow that was right. As long as you do it responsibly and you make sure that you're doing the right thing, you're protecting yourself or the person you're with, you're on birth control, you're using condoms, or, you know, whatever your form of contraception is, as long as you're doing that, who cares? Be the best slut you can be. Just make sure you're being smart about it, really. Next time I'm going to talk about why boys give me a headache.